To week 5 of our English 102 online mini session course. This is Professor Valerie Pell from Wilbur Wright and Harold Washington Colleges. Okay, so like all weeks, let's begin with our activity schedule to see what we should be doing this week. All right, so let's scroll down to week 5. And you're already doing the first thing. You're watching the week 5 overview. That's great. Another thing you should be doing this week is researching 3 news sources. I just want to remind you that as you are doing your research, also be keeping track of some of your counter-argument sources. Your counter-argument section of your paper is going to need some sources, so you want to be collecting some of those as well. And then in the readings folder of content, find the Jeffrey subheading and read rhetorical concepts. Also in the readings, read rhetorical appeals, modes, and strategies. And then watch the YouTube lecture on rhetorical appeals. Finally, read chapters 4 and 5 of They Say, I Say. Then, for graded activities, you have a few things to do. The first thing is we're finishing up the proposal discussion. Now, this workshop discussion, last week you were supposed to have a draft of the proposal with these sections in it. One thing I'll mention that I noticed as I was looking at these, your proposals, is we're running into some challenges with identifying our topics and our claims and our reasons clearly. Your topic is what you're writing about, okay? So in this number 6 area, you should just have a noun phrase for your topic. It shouldn't be a whole paragraph. So it might be something as simple as ultra-processed foods. And then the claim phrase might be something as simple as must be banned. And then your reasons will be in parallel structure, and then you will put it all together for number 10, your persuasive thesis. Your persuasive thesis should have these components that you just outlined here. It shouldn't be going in a different direction. Moreover, these components that you identify in areas 6 through 9 should be similar to what you've been identifying up above in the rest of your proposal. So keep that in mind, because your revision of this proposal is what is actually due at the end of this week as well. So then this week you should be giving replies to 2 of your peers, and make sure that you respond to all of the guiding questions here. Number your responses 1 through 10, and then 10A, 10B, 10C, etc. 10D and 10E, so that you're giving feedback in each of those areas for your peers. Now, this feedback is important not just for your peers, but for you, because I'm giving you these guiding questions because it's making you think through the things that I value and I'm going to be grading you on. So if you follow this template and you give this feedback, it helps you reinforce what you need to be doing in your own paper. Now remember, these replies are due Friday of this week, not Saturday, Friday, and they won't be accepted late. And the reason for that is the assignment is due. The assignment that is the final draft of this proposal. So let's skip ahead to that in this list of things to do and take a look at that. Now, this is an assignment rather than a discussion, but you'll see that it's almost the exact same thing. Remember, as always, use the mandatory paper formatting, and then just number your answers and submit your proposal. Okay, and this will be the final draft. I expect students to take the feedback from their peers and from me in crafting their revisions for this. And then because this is an assignment here, it's an A5, you'll come up and submit it either in the assignments area, the A5, or you can submit it through the assignments button in content as well. Here we go. So you see how these things are working together, okay? Then the next thing is the annotated bibliography or works cited. So we're working on this again, doing your research each week and adding to it. Remember that there's something I want to point out because there's been some confusion, I think, about how how I'm grading this. So each week, like this is the peer mark number 5, okay? That's the 4th submission. It's due in week 5. And your peer mark assignment that's due at the end of week 5 is your new sources. But the first part of this assignment is going back to peer mark 4 and giving your feedback on the week before. So I'm grading the replies of week 4 with your assignment for week 5. So sometimes students are thinking like, oh, why did I get a 0 on that? And they're looking at the wrong thing that I'm assessing. Okay, so your feedback on week 4 is what's being assessed in at the end of week 5 with the assignment for week 5. That's because you're doing all of that work in week 5. Your feedback is being created in week 5. That's why I'm grading it under the week 5 auspices. Okay, so keep up with your annotated works cited or annotated bibliography, adding more sources. Remember, this will be a cumulative thing that you will put together at the end of next week for a final draft of your annotated bibliography. And then we already looked at the research proposal final draft, and then the week 5 quiz. And the quizzes, remember, are on the readings for the week and also review material each week. So that's about it for this week in terms of our course. So as you can see, we're really moving along, and if you have any questions, feel free to contact me. I'm here to help. Okay, have a wonderful week, everyone.